All right, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey everybody, and welcome to yet another weekly show and tell. It's an amazing and wonderful Google Hangout.
It's live because of the light.
It's live. You can say it's on air. We're on air. It's live. We're here at the Adafruit headquarters in Soho, and you, our treasured guests, are coming from your homes, garages, maker spaces, hacker spaces, PJ booths, whatever. And you guys are going to show off your cool maker, hacker, crafty electronics projects, and we're just going to rejoice in how cool they are. And that's it. And we do this every week.
Every week we're here.
Okay. Are you good with sound?
Yeah, someone who just came in, their mic was hissing, but it's okay. All right, now I'm Pedro from Adafruit.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Robot.
You're robot-y.
Wow, crazy.
Okay.
Hey, you're good.
Now you're good.
Alrighty, no problem. Yeah, so last week we were showing a couple of updates to the Adafruit chess set. This week we have almost done. My camera's not showing it.
You're good.
So,
I can just show them
maybe
this camera.
you can just show it to that. Let's see the newest addition to the set.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we're going to do wood versus metal, but just a couple of problems printing that out for such detailed, high-quality print. So we're sticking with bronze versus copper. So here's just MOSFET real quick. You can. The reason I originally didn't want to do it because I thought it'd be too close to similarities between the metal components, but
they would look the
you
same,
could clearly see, the one's more like a metal. And this
when you
one's
use
more like a
different
rose gold.
mediums, so steel screws on the bronze.
So is there an episode of Captain Planet where it was wood versus metal?
That sounds familiar, yeah. But we're getting pretty good shine off of this, and we posted this on the Google Plus community forums, and everybody was asking how we got the shine on this, and it's just regular screws, like wood screws, brass for the copper fill, and stainless steel for the bronze. So pretty cool mirror shine.
Can you show the face?
Oh yeah.
The LED has a face.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is probably Gus, Ruby, or Billy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So they're asking, how is this? What is actually happening when it's tumbling like that?
Yeah, sure.
And
so the screws are just, they have sharp edges, and they give the material a little bit of vibration. And really, when you nick it with a piece of metal, you see this nice shiny surface that comes out. So if you did it enough, you start blurring the ridges, so you don't actually see any of the printed lines anymore. And it even gives it a bite. So these are I think like 6 to 8 hours. So we leave them overnight.
Yeah.
We actually have two tumblers, so one's doing the copper and the other one's doing the bronze. And it's really the sort of less effort way to make this really nice and polished finish. Another reason why we didn't go with wood is because we'd be hand polishing them all and sort of kind of how you did the sword. It takes forever.
Yeah. And we also got the chest set here that you finished up, Noah.
Yeah, sure. So we designed this chessboard. It's rather large, but it's actually, take a look at the back of it. It's very modular. So there's little snap connectors, and you can actually pop it and fold it if you want to.
That's
and
cool.
All of the individual pieces have they have like a little sort of a counter bore in it, so they just snap into these little nubs that are in these little intersections here. So it's really modular and pretty optimized for materials. So I like how you can. It's sort of like a puzzle, right? So you have to kind of figure out how to put it together.
It'll be fun to put together.
Sure.
So just a couple more pieces, take some video, and then we'll ship that over to the office.
Yeah, and then
Great.
Yeah, very cool. And of course, tune into the show. We'll go over the CAD techniques on building these. And the slicing techniques. Yeah, cool new software that got updated.
Yeah, Simplified 3D.
Yeah, let us print these tiny little details. So definitely tune in for that. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great work, guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next up, Richard. How's it going, Richard?
Hey, Richard.
Come to your mic and show us your project.
Hey guys, so I have a couple things going on. I was hoping to get to show off one of our new acquisitions, an industrial sewing machine, but unfortunately that hasn't gotten put together today. So I figured I'd show off some of the work we're doing with the educational kits. Let me switch cameras here. So as you can see, we had a guy who works here, Tony, who's helping me design kind of how we're going to assemble these boxes for putting all these components for our entry-level Arduino kit based on the Pro Trinket. And so this is kind of like what it's going to look like. All of these components come with it, and we're going to make kind of like a drawer, so this all slides in and out, and then the breadboard will kind of sit on top of that permanently, and hopefully we'll have an enclosure so when kids are doing their projects and they need to put it away, they can kind of save it and keep that. So he actually just finished doing the measurements, and unfortunately wasn't able to come up with a prototype before he had to leave, but hopefully we'll have that pretty soon.
Okay.
And other than that, I've been working on technical support documents because I'll be actually going on vacation right when all of these classes are starting, and everyone's kind of freaking out that I'm the technical support. So I've been writing in-depth technical support on how to, set up the Floras and this service. It makes it a lot easier that I know exactly what type of computer we're using and what operating system.
Yeah.
But we did manage to brick one of the Floras, so I think I'm recommending that we buy an AVR just so we can manually put the bootloader on there. Unless you guys have a suggestion for doing it with an FTDI cable.
Ooh, that's hard. Not recommended.
I think you're smart for getting
a USB Teeny or something. I'll just take care of it.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna probably be placing a pretty big order for a lot of these kits, and I'm gonna probably include one of those. But then just really quick, I dug this out, which is a project I worked on a while ago. You might recognize these as the bone transducers.
Yeah.
And I was trying to do a headset, and one of the guys here, I pulled this out, and he's interested in doing that, so he's probably going to try and work up a tutorial on how to make this into a headset.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
A bone set, skull set.
All right, as always, Richard, you can email support@adafruit.com if you want to see it on the show and tell sticker. Other than that, I may just give you one in person when I see you. Okay.
Thanks, Richard.
Next up, I think we had Aiden lined up. Oh, no, sorry. Adam, then Aiden, sorry.
Hi, Adam.
People with the letter A in their name.
It's a lot of A's.
Okay, Adam, how's it going? Welcome to Show and Tell.
So last week I demoed my mailbox notification service, and this was receiving real-time notifications through the Google Cloud messaging service. And you guys mentioned Adafruit IO, which I was really interested in, so I thought I want to do another project. Instead of using the Google Cloud messaging service, let's try to use Adafruit IO. So there was a project I wanted to be doing for a while. This is a sump pump monitoring project. So I wanted to be notified real time when my sump pump wells were filled up with water. So that probably my sump pump's either out or there's a power outage. Something's going on. My sump pumps aren't working. I need to do some maintenance on them. So we're in my basement here. You can see.
This is a demo. We're actually.
I'm in a pump.
I have two sump pumps in my basement. The float sensors are right here and right here. These are just a couple $1 float sensors I purchased off of Amazon. And they're just activated by a magnetic switch. So when the water gets really high, the float sensor activates, and I can read high voltage. And when they go low, I can read a ground on them. So connected to those, this is a custom PCB board that I made. So attached to this is the Adafruit Metro Mini board. The sump pump sensor pins are connected to the interrupt pins on this. So this is in sleep mode right now. And when those switches activate, it's going to wake up this Metro Mini board, which is going to wake up this XB radio, which is also in sleep mode. And that's going to wirelessly send a notification to a coordinator board I have on the other side of the basement. That coordinator board is connected to a BeagleBone Black, and that's running a Python service. And when that Python service receives this type of message, it's going to format that into a message that can be sent to Adafruit IO over MQTT. And I also have a battery backup here because if the power's out in the house, the sump pumps are going to be out, so I didn't want my monitor to also be out. So it's on battery backup. If there is a power outage, I'm still going to be monitoring the water levels in these sump pump wells.
Okay.
So the problem I ran into was, all right, I can get a message to Adafruit IO now. How do I get this on my phone real time? So I did some digging, and I ended up creating an Android application that's using MQTT to receive these messages off of Adafruit IO and give me the notification. So here's my phone. This is the Android app I created. This is based off of Payo, which is an MQTT client implementation for Android. The lighting here is terrible, but so it's going to list off the connections that I have currently configured. This is for io.adafruit.com. My username and my AIO key are configured, so I'm just going to click on that connection and connect. And on the subscribe tab here, this did an HTTP post to the Adafruit IO RESTful API to get a list of all the feeds that I have configured within Adafruit IO. So I have one right now. It's just for the sump pump monitor. So we're going to check that box, and it's going to subscribe to that feed. So now let's test this with the sump pumps. So you can see the application here. What I'm going to do is just activate the switch. And then real time, I got a notification that said sump pump 1 is down. And now when I release that switch, I get another notification letting me know that sump pump 1 is now healthy.
Wow.
Wow, that's intense.
So I'm doing a write-up for the Adafruit Learning System for this project. The code will be on the GitHub account, so you guys can look for that soon. I hope to have that done either this week or this weekend.
Can I ask you a question just on design? Your app is amazing and like totally cool, but I'm wondering, did you think about using if this then that for redirecting the trigger, or did you want to have an app?
Well, I wanted to have something that could notify me real time. So the idea for the app would be that it's connected to Adafruit IO. It lists out all the feeds, so I really don't have to do any coding. Once I have the app installed, I can just publish a JSON message through the Adafruit IO service. The app can get that, and it just has a notification message and maybe a sound URI that it can play. So I really don't have to do any coding on the application once it's done. It's just going out the Adafruit IO, configuring my feed.
That's a neat idea, because other people who want to just have like a bunch of stuff on Adafruit.io maybe will make an Android app or use yours or in a iOS.
No, it's definitely like you can do more with it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering like what like when we design Adafruit.io, we're thinking like what people want to do, but like you're coming up with a new use case, and I'm like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is really good. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
You're on the cutting edge.
All right, and once again, you have the most fantastic demos that are so concisely explained, Adam. I don't know what else you do, but you're excellent at this.
Yeah, you're really good at demoing.
Yeah. All right.
Professional demoer.
Next up, Inen.
Hey,
how's it going? Unmute your mic and show us your squishy robots.
Hi, so this week I have a really cool project, and it's a wearable soft robot. So as you can see, I have it on my arm here, and it attaches with a cuff here made of neoprene, and a cuff on my wrist made of neoprene. And it's kind of slow as I have it right now, but I'll turn it on. And as you might be able to see, it's slowly bending my arm.
Cool. How's it doing that? By pushing air in?
And then it deflates, and my arm extends again.
Okay.
So I just have my normal like soft robotics control module controlling it right now. But next I want to build like a backpack with 12-volt pumps to power it, and have it have like two 12-volt pumps, so I could have it on like both arms. But I was thinking of it for like increasing the amount of like weight that I could potentially lift. But soon after I realized this could be like useful for like rehabilitation purposes, or like medical purposes too. So I also want to make better actuators here, because I just have two right now, and I just have like party balloons inside them. But I want to use maybe cast my own silicone tubes that would inflate, and those would be much better. Those would retract a lot more. And but yeah, this is just a first prototype of like this wearable arm bender soft robot.
All right, you're definitely getting there. Yeah, definitely.
Excellent.
Like hydraulic muscles, or it's very interesting stuff.
Not only for rehabilitation, but for also superheroes. Both uses.
Yeah,
are good.
you can totally like rescue the world.
Okay. All right. Email support@adafruit.com. We're gonna go for your sticker. We're gonna move on to VJ. Oh, no, I think she dropped out. Okay, then we'll come back to her. Next, David. Hello, David. Unmute your mic and show us your project.
Hey, all right. Mine is a little bit different. It's for ham radio. What I've got here, this is the radio system that I'm attaching to. And what this is doing is there's a system called Echolink that allows ham radio operators to communicate with their HF radios through the internet to other operators. So what I've got here is I've built a Raspberry Pi system, And what this is doing is this is an interface board that talks to the Raspberry Pi, which then connects to that radio. So what that lets me do is I can use things like an iPhone app to actually talk to people that are actually on their handhelds talking to repeaters somewhere else in the area.
Oh, it does voice, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've actually got some people out here that are listening. So K9DWR, KB9LWI, K9DWR. So we'll see if they'll get back to it.
K9DWR, this is KB9LWI. Go ahead, Dave.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, Rich, I've got you with Adafruit here, and just wanted to let you say hello to him.
Alrighty, well, good evening, everybody, from Joliet, Illinois, where it's currently in the 70s and just starting to sprinkle a little bit. And as you're hearing, this is Dave's baby here, putting together the Echo Link with all the parts and pieces and everything. So over to you, Dave.
All right.
Oh, wow. Great demo. Nice work.
All right, Rich, thanks a lot. I will catch up with you later. KB9LWI, this is K9DWR.
All right.
Sweet. Nice work.
Yeah, so this is, oh, jeez.
Uh-oh, now you've done it.
You ham guys are so chatty.
They won't shut up now. No, the thing that was real interesting with this is the primary setup for Echo Link is actually a Windows application, and it's designed to run on a PC. So what I'm actually using is an open source clone of that software called SVX Link, and that's designed to run on Linux platforms. So it obviously translates real well to the Raspberry Pi, and it's a perfect thing to use because you need the GPIOs for the serial communication to be able to have the radio. Oh, for crying out loud. I think I need to hang up. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, cool. That's a good friend. Well, thank you. I mean, we do have ham radio people who want to use Raspberry Pis. It's a really good project to use with it.
Post up any links in the comments too, so folks can check out this project in particular.
Yeah, I'll have to try to get the details of what I've got, because there were a lot of really weird issues as far as which pins to use and what interface would work with what. The radio that I'm using is because it actually has an accessory port that I could directly connect to. But there's a lot of other people that have done it with just small handhelds where they've taken the radio apart and they've soldered directly to push-to-talk pins and things like that. But I was really looking for something that was more modular, that I could actually have better control over exactly what it was doing. So this one, it's kind of an in-between of plugging this directly into the repeater and having internet at the repeater site. What I'm doing is I'm using the mobile radio as a wireless link to the repeater. So I'm kind of doing an in-between of having my own node and connecting directly to the repeater.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Awesome.
All right, we're going to try to squeeze in 3 more people. Let's see if we can do it. Thank you so much, David. Email support@adafruit.com, and you'll get your SU on the show and tell sticker.
Go well on that.
If the 3 of you that are remaining can do your talks at like 2 minutes each-ish, we can get everyone. VJ, welcome back to the show and tell.
Hey, VJ.
Shows your project. Oh, I think you're having some internet connectivity issues. You're a little frozen.
Yeah. Okay, can you hear me now?
Sorta.
Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. I think you're on Wi-Fi or something. You're not.
Yeah, I have really bad technology right now.
It's okay.
But
it can only
anyway,
get.
I can do this project really quick. It's
Okay.
It's a work in progress, and it's just so I love upcycling old retro stuff I find at garage sales and thrift stores and stuff. And I don't know if you've seen these before, these travel bar, like Hunter Thompson has used in in the film Where the Buffalo Roam. It features Hey,
VJ,
using a travel bar.
We can
I
actually
don't have any of the stuff in here, but there's usually like
Yeah.
bottles of stuff here, and then.
we're losing you.
Can you see this?
No, I
I
think
can't see you at all.
maybe you should stop in next week and maybe plug in via Ethernet because we're getting one frame and not all the audio. Yeah, you're. Oh, she's frozen. Okay.
No, she's
All
not.
right, we're gonna.
Okay, I'm having problems too.
It's okay.
If you could get an Ethernet connection,
Yeah.
that works really
Come back
well.
next week.
Please come back next week. I
All
want to
right.
see
Next
your.
up, Danny. Hello, Danny. How's it going?
Hey guys, how are you?
Good.
Hello.
Congratulations on being in the Innovators. That was awesome when I read that.
Yay.
Yeah, thank you for tweeting about it. We didn't know it until you told us.
Okay, real quick, in 2-second demo. So my wife and I had a baby 6 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Yes, thank you. So in the baby room, I wanted to do something really cool with the lights. So this is her room, and I've got 3 lamps in here with Philips Hue bulbs, and I wanted to just make a quick, cool controller. So here it is. I don't know how up close you can see it, but it's basically just a Raspberry Pi with an Adafruit Pi TFT mounted on top of it, and a Node.js app that has a web page that has 6 buttons for all on, all off, 10%.
Oh, wow.
So you can come in the middle of the night and just open the lights up and just have them be dim instead of just a quick demo so I can turn them all off. And then they all turn off. And then I also made, using the Huzzah, a temperature sensor that goes in her room right next to the crib. And I'm going to be uploading that to Adafruit I/O so we can always monitor the temperature in her room, make sure it's safe temperature.
Okay.
And that's it.
Excellent work.
Cyber baby.
And Danny has I guess you can add this. There's no sticker for this, but he's the first customer in the world to get same-day delivery from Adafruit.
Congratulations.
Ordered in the morning, and it arrives same day. We're doing our test in New York, and thank you for being part of the beta with that.
It was such awesome stuff, and I'm thrilled that I was able to help you guys out.
Yeah.
You'll be our first drone delivery test as well.
Please, I'm waiting.
Yeah, we're not. We actually are working on that. We're not kidding. Okay, next up, Greg. How's it going, Greg? Welcome back.
Hey, Greg.
Hey, lady. Hey, Phil. How you guys doing?
All right. If you could do the speed round in a minute, then we got a bolt.
I could do that. All right. So helmet cam again, version 2. Got everything in here. Got the Raspberry Pi. Thank you for that tip, by the way, lady. I put Pi 2 in here. All the audio stuff just works great now. So it was USB on there. Also, right there at the top, XP. So I now have XP RF communication between the helmet cam and my system here. I can control. I can send messages. I can start recording, take pictures. I can change resolutions. I could do everything that I could possibly want to do right from there. And I have buttons on here so I can control it at the same time.
Awesome.
The biggest thing for me was Python. My code was spaghetti code. So I had to go back. I spent an entire week rewriting the entire thing, writing classes, modules, and everything. Learned a lot about Python during that.
Okay.
But I'm about to do a YouTube video explaining this whole setup.
Oh, great.
The hardware is now done, and I have the code on GitHub. So I'm going to share that on the YouTube video for anyone that wants to see that. And hopefully some experienced Python programmer will take a look at it and tell me how bad it is. Or
Good reason to put code out there.
You never know. Also, I remember a couple weeks ago you said you didn't know anything about XBs, and then you're like, I know everything about XBs, and you learn about Python, and soon you're going to be a Python expert. So you have the beginner mind. It's a beautiful time. Everything is new to you.
Yeah, you're not jaded yet. It's nice.
You're not jaded and bitter. You're still curious.
True.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. Greg, email support@adafruit.com. VJs, please stop back next week. Everyone who's on the show and tell, please email support@adafruit.com, and you'll get an As Seen on the Show and Tell sticker. We're about to start Ask an Engineer in 1 minute. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Fantastic project tonight. Woo!
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
We got to go.
Soon.